more damning revelations about Social Health Authority. It is there on the front pages today, now that we agree media is reporting on this. Whether we call it bias or not, look at the dailies, The Standard and The Nation. On The Nation, SHA storm. Senators say project stand out to be the vehicle for looting public resources. On the front page of The Standard, SHA billions web, and this is a money trail. So, and the biggest conversation here is a revelation by the Auditor General that the system that is worth 104 billion shillings, that runs SHA, is not in the hands of the government. It is owned by private entities. This comes only a week or two after revelations that eCitizen platform that collects all the revenue for government is also in private hands. Now, definitely, this is a problem. Bwana Lotee, do you say this is a biased reporting?
Well, first of all, let me talk about the problems of media reporting. And I said, and I will not back down to say that the media will always be sensational, because if the media reports things as it is, the media will not get the customers that they want. And so they have to sensationalize everything. The reason why we say that SHA has failed, and if you look at this report that has been put forward by the Auditor General, the thing is the system that manages SHA is the problem. And I will not agree with what is going on. If it is a consortium that is not owned by government that is managing the system, then I will say that is something that needs to be condemned.
This is the Auditor General.
But if you come back to NHIF, in 2023, there was an expose of how NHIF was looted by individuals up to a figure of 21 billion because there was no proper system that manages how the funding was disbursed. And so hospitals and private institutions will lay claims. In fact, they told us that that time, if you go to private medical facilities, you get more accountants than the doctors. And the reason was because these are the people that will claim fictitiously to loot from government, and there was a loot. And I will not say it was during William Ruto's time. In fact, even the system you talk about during NHIF, you're talking about these...
Bwana Lotee, I've not even talked about NHIF.
You've talked about eCitizen,
yes,
which was not started now. Again, it is in private hands. For me, I will condemn anything that was started by the previous regime or for this current regime, as long as it is not for the public interest. But for SHA, I think why the system was brought was so that it can be able to address the challenges that we had during NHIF.
Do you agree that it should be in private hands? Because that's the question.
The problem is that the system is not in the hands of government, and that is why I will condemn. Okay. But if the system was in the hands of government, I will say this thing could continue. Fred, let me tell you, when the first motor vehicle was started, the person who drove the first motor vehicle was put to jail because immediately the motor vehicle was put to test against a horse. It rolled. And the authorities said, this is a wrong thing that is not supposed to be invented. But the people that believe that this thing called the vehicle was going to be a revolutionary invention continue with it. And now you, me, everybody here is driving a vehicle. And so when we start SHA, it definitely has to come through a teething problem. It definitely has to. Let us not throw this system. Let us not throw SHA out because we've got the teething problem. Let us continue with the faith that it had. We only need to correct the challenges that it had, and one of the challenges is being managed by a consortium which is not owned by government. But for me, I will say SHA is working. SHA will continue to work.
This is a central system that manages SHA.
That is what we need to correct.
Wanaruku, this is the Auditor General's report.